Back on the South Downs Trail for section 2. There's a little bit of a break in the rain, so I thought I'd just make a video. Let me turn the... just been walking down this road for ages. I've been walking for about 45 minutes now. Started from the place where I finished last time, exactly the same place, so I'm not missing any part of the trail. So hopefully I've learned from my mistakes from the last attempt and should do better this time. Fully waterproofed up, all my waterproof gear on. The wind's picking up a bit and the rain's starting to come down again, so I'm going to put the phone away and check in a bit later on. Stop to take a quick video. It's a bit misty, but there's a pretty decent view over there. Not sure how well you can see that because it's pretty misty because all the rain's coming down a bit now. Over here there's a funny little sunflower field. Get a bit windy and rainy now. I'm going to put the phone away. It's the end of day 1 on section 2 of the South Downs hike. I'm in the hotel, as you can see. Today was much more successful than my last attempt at doing the trail. I learnt from some mistakes and made some improvements, like this shirt for example. It's a special shirt, so it's fast drying and there's like little holes in here to let all the sweat out and all that stuff. But it was pretty good. I smashed my target and I ended up getting to this hotel 3 hours before I thought I would. I was worried that I would miss the dinner. The dinner service finished at 6 o'clock and I was thinking, oh, I might not make it. I ended up getting here about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I've just been chilling out. Had a huge dinner and I'm absolutely stuffed now. Feet, not too bad. I've got some foot powder this time to try and keep the feet dry so they don't end up like destroyed like the last time. Tomorrow, got a short day, only 7 or 8 miles to go tomorrow, so should be pretty easy. And then I'm in a campsite, and then the day after that I've got another 12 miles maybe, and another campsite, and that'll be it. Be that. I think the difference, is the first time I came out, I kept stopping all the time to take pictures and make videos, and there was loads of blackberries along the side of the trail, so I kept stopping every 10 minutes to eat blackberries, and I had a few breaks as well. And I haven't done any of that today because the rain is absolutely smashing down the rain. There's some storm come up from Europe, so I haven't really taken. I think I've taken 2 pictures all day, made 1 or 2 short videos, because you just can't really. I haven't got my big camera with me. I've just got the phone, so I don't really want to get it too wet. So I just kept walking and walking all day. I've done 11 miles today, so that's pretty good. There's a lot of hills, but I didn't really suffer too much on the hills because I think since the last trip I was struggling quite a bit. But at home I've been out running a few times, so my cardiovascular endurance is increased, which helps. And I've been doing squats again. I haven't done any squats for like over a year, so I started doing those again, and I think that really helps with going up hills, because like the muscular endurance going up the hills is much better. I just ploughed straight up loads of massive hills without really struggling. There was one huge hill, what's the name of the place? Queen Elizabeth Country Park. It's like a little nature reserve. Went through there. The hill was huge. I looked on the map and it was, I think it was just over 2 kilometers. The whole way it was just uphill. The first bit was really steep as well. It was like that, and then it kind of leveled out a bit. But it was just 2 kilometers straight uphill. So that was fun. Yeah, now I'm gonna, it's just about 6 o'clock now, so I'm gonna chill out and put the old football on. Texans, go Houston. Check out this funny little shed. Random shed in the middle of a lane. Just left the hotel and it's 25 past 10 and it is roasting. I'm sweating already. So if this weather keeps up all day, I'm going to be soaked by the time I get to the campsite. I'm just walking up this hill. I came down this hill yesterday to get to the hotel, so I know how long it is, because the hotel is 1.2 miles deviation off of the trail. So, oh, you can see it now, just coming around the bend. So I'm on my way up there. I don't even know if you can see that. Yeah. I don't usually eat until the afternoons, but they had breakfast was included in the price of the room, so I thought I may as well. So I'm a little bit stuffed now, got my money's worth, loaded up on some extra calories. Hopefully if the weather stays like this I'll be able to take more pictures today. Anyway, let's crack on. See, this is what it's all about. Look at that countryside. This is why I like coming out on these trails. I'm all alone. I haven't seen a single person since I left the hotel. I think one car drove past me when I was on the road, and then I turned up the trail. Literally. Just me and the sound of birds. Excellent. I'm guessing that's the village I just come from, where I stayed last night. Down there. Man, look at this view. Trundling up this hill. Look how far that is. Oops. Still got to go higher up this path. Weather's nice, good view. Not really sure what the purpose of this gate is. Doesn't seem to be doing a lot. There's a funny little tower thing over there. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. Where is it? Looks like an old medieval tower. Just finished conquering another hill. I don't know if you can see the sweat on my face. Just 1 o'clock in the afternoon now. Sun's pretty hot. Since I came down off of that hill, I've been walking through mostly wooded areas, so there hasn't been a lot to see. You can see the forest. It's quite nice being in the shade, as the sun is like right there, up there, coming down. I think I'm almost, well, I've got about another page of my map to go to the campsite. Whatever that is, I'm not sure. I'll work out the miles later. I haven't seen another person for probably an hour and a half maybe. That's pretty good. My glutes are still burning from coming up that hill. Avoid this puddle. Make sure I don't drop the phone in it. But, yeah, let's carry on. Apparently these mounds are called the Devil's Jumps, and they're old burial sites. Bronze Age burial mounds. They're actually a bit more impressive than they look on the camera screen. They're quite large. There's a funny little tower over there. Maybe that's where they watch the burials or something. See the light at the end of the tunnel. Ooh, this ground's a little bit knobbly. Sheepies. Some views to be had. That's pretty good. Hello, Mr. Sheepy. There's one looking at me. Where is he? Mr. Sheep. Meh. Looks like I'm going up that way. Oh, look, a person. Better not film them. Just look at this terrain. See all these loose rocks. This is the kind of stuff that was giving me hassle last time. Look at my barefoot shoes. It's just brutal on the bottom of your feet. And I've been walking this trail, this bit of the trail has been like this for ages. But it's not as bad this time round because it's not as hot, so my feet aren't disintegrating with sweat. But anyway, I think if my map is correct, then that little farm up there is where I'm staying tonight. So it's in sight, which is good. Just got to get over this bloody stuff. Oh, look at that, man. Oh, if you stand on that, like bugger your ankle, you're buggered, as they say. Look at the size of this rock. This thing's huge. Oh, I had to get a picture of that. There's some logs. That's pretty cool, that. Big ass boulder. That thing will certainly twist your ankle. Pretty decent view over that way. Made it to the campsite. It just started raining as I started putting the tent up. So it's not too heavy. Managed to get the tent up though. Now it's time for a squashed Nutella sandwich. Just looking at the old feet. They're starting to crumble a little bit, which is not a good sign. See that one's getting a bit white there. It's blister plaster. That one looks a bit rough. I have to try and sort that out before I head off tomorrow. Now I'm going to eat this sandwich. That's where I came down from. Up there. Down that track through the campsite. It's a pretty decent view. There's a farm there. It's quite clear at the moment. The rain has stopped. There's literally nobody here. Just me. All by myself. With all these sheep. That's the toilet. And shower. I think that's the shower on the end. Toilet. Sink. My tent. All alone. Just chilling out, maxing, relaxing in the tent. The wind is starting to pick up quite a bit and the temperature's dropped. So I think it's going to be a chilly night. But all in all, today was a success, which is good. It's quite funny though, I was looking at the distances on the map and the times. Cool, it's wind's picking up. And yesterday I did double the distance of, well, not double, yesterday 11 miles. Today it was about 8 because I had an extra mile to get to the hotel last night and then back this morning to the trail. But today it's taken me a lot longer. I think it's got to do with the terrain, going up and down hills and stuff. So I'll see tomorrow. I was talking to the woman on the campsite and she said it's quite flat, the next section. Once I get up onto the top of the hill, it's relatively flat. So hopefully it should be an easy day tomorrow, even though it's much further distance, 12 miles. So we'll see. Luckily the rain is holding off at the moment. That bloody thing is pissing me right off. Get down, you bastard. Come on. Bastard. Stay. Yeah. Yeah, so hopefully it should be alright tomorrow. My feet are getting a little bit sore now towards the end of the day, and my knee was a bit sore. So hopefully if it's all relatively flat tomorrow, it should be alright. See what the weather's doing. Apparently I looked on the forecast and it's supposed to be raining all night. The tent's getting a bit blowy. Quite good, this tent. It's got 2 doors. So at the moment I'm out the back door where it's less, the wind is less coming through. There's a bit of an orange sky over there. Looking pretty nice. Had a nice chicken curry for dinner. It's started raining now, bollocks. I'm going to get all my stuff sorted and get into bed. I reckon it's 6:10 now. I'm going to do some reading, read my book for a bit, Man, that was a horrendous night. The wind has been absolutely insane. And it was freezing as well. I had to put my thermals on. But it's morning now. I'm so tired. I don't think I slept more than an hour all night. I'm going to try and make some coffee now. Yeah, let's do that. Try and make some coffee. What do you reckon about the shower? I'm tempted, but right now it is freezing. I've only just got up. But looks like they've got a pallet in the back of an old trailer. There's a gas bottle attached to it. I might wait till I finish my coffee, warm up a bit, and then have a go in the shower. Alright, left the campsite way later than I was supposed to, which is typical. I didn't leave till 9 o'clock. It's now 10:05. I haven't seen a single person, which is great. And it was pretty chilly this morning, so I left. I had my fleece on, and then I walked up a hill, and the sun was coming out, and it was getting really sweaty, so I had to stop, take the fleece off, put a sun hat on, and then as soon as I did that, all these clouds have just come over, and the wind has picked right up. So it's a never-ending battle with the weather. But it's a pretty nice walk at the moment. The ground's still a bit rough. These bloody stones piss me off. But it's a nice forest here. This forest has pretty much been on my right hand side for the whole morning so far. So that's pretty nice. Bloody, this bit's flopping in front of my eyes. Try and keep that up. Look like one of those, what are they called? Ragdoll things. I'm trying to keep an eye on the weather forecast because it is supposed to piss down with rain again later. So I want to try and get my waterproofs on and get my bag covered before I get caught in the rain, because otherwise it's pointless, isn't it? So, what's that up there? Oh, there's a signpost coming, I think. Looks like a sign on the trail. Better stop and see, make sure I'm going the right way. I was just walking and I checked my watch. I thought, oh, it was 2 hours since I last saw a person, which was as I was leaving the campsite this morning. I saw the old farmer, and it's 2 hours, not a single person, not even anyone in the distance. And as soon as I thought that, I looked behind me and a bloke appeared, which was quite funny. So I told him about it, and he said, oh yeah, you're the same, I haven't seen anyone else. So it was quite funny. But making good progress, I think. It's hard to tell sometimes. It's load of noise then. It's just gone past 11 o'clock. Just come up a hill. Looks like I can see a gate up ahead down the path. Probably going to be heading down that way. A bit of forestry work going on here. It's quite good in these forests because you can always find somewhere to go for a pee. When you're out in the open, it's a bit difficult. There's an ominous sight up ahead. Looks like I'm going up that way, up over this hill. Holy bananas. That hill was an absolute behemoth. Behemoth, however you say that. I'm not entirely sure. That was a beast. You can't really see it because there's bushes in the way. It wasn't really that steep. It was just really, really long. Saw a bloke with a funny mustache and a big camera on the way, and he said, "Oh yeah, not far now. There's two other hills he mentioned." I was like, "Yeah, great." And then these two funny military planes flew overhead. Looked like Spitfires. But unfortunately, I was chatting to this bloke and I didn't have a chance to get the camera out quickly enough, but they look pretty cool. I can hear a noise. They might, I think they're over in the distance somewhere. So if they fly back this way, I'll try and get a photo. But that hill has just destroyed me. I'm not sure how visible that is because the sun is glaring right into the camera. But I can see the sea. The ocean. Must be the Atlantic. See those towers up there? Where is it? Yeah, that's where I've come down from. Come down that white track over there somewhere. Oh yeah, it's been zigzagging back and forth. Where I am now, it's exposed and windy. Very windy. Keep having to check to make sure the rain cover is still attached to my bag because the rain started hammering down earlier, about an hour ago. There's a signpost right there and it said 5 miles to go to the village where I'm staying, which is called Amberley. And this last track is horrible. Like just walking on the path back there, absolutely horrendous, rocky. I've never seen anything like it. I'm just on this little whatever kind of track this is. I'm almost there now. Should be. Well, that sign, that was probably about 3-4 miles ago I saw that, so it should be only 1 or 2 miles left to get there. Legs are starting to burn a bit now. This wind is starting to annoy me quite a bit. And the sun's coming back out now. I just stopped for a pee in these woods. I was standing there having a piss, and a tree branch snapped off and literally dropped right in front of me. Well, it was about 10 feet in front of me, but a bit of a dodgy one. It just cracked and fell down. So could have taken my knob off. That would have been unfortunate. I'm just coming down this field now. Actually, let's have a look. See what we can see over there. A bit misty. Big hill. If you can see that road up there. Just had to cross a road up the top of this. Like there. Bloody thing's huge. I had to wait for a gap in the cars and leg it across, which is not the easiest thing to do when you've got this weight on your back and your walking poles, try not to trip over them. I can see some villages down here. Hopefully one of those is the one where I'm supposed to be staying, Amberley. There's a river down there and a bridge. I think I've got to cross over that bridge. I'll have to have a look at the map in a minute. Put this away. Just after I finished making that last video, it started raining. I mean, like really hammering down. You can see my coat's all soaking wet. It was raining so hard I can actually feel a little bit of wet inside my waterproofs, and then it's just stopped and now it's like really sunny again. Look at that blue sky. There's all the big black clouds over there. It's nuts. Can't make up its mind. Oh, I think that's the bridge I got to cross. I've got to open this gate in a moment. Might be able to see if I can not drop my phone in that puddle. I'll show you the Corona way of opening gates with walking poles. Oh no, I touched the thing. Well, it's a lot more difficult with a phone in your hand. There we go. Use your walking pole so you can open gates without getting COVID. Right. Oh, look, a sign. South Downs Way, this way. There we go, there's a river, look. And a boat. I'm asking for a lift. I think it looks like the trail goes around this way, and then I've got to come back over that bridge. Oh, it's starting to rain again. I'm going to put the phone away. Mission completed. In the tent. Managed to get the tent up in the dry. And then it started hammering down rain again. So I stood in a little shed thing, waiting for it to dry. And then when it stopped, I ran back over to the tent. I'm all here now. I'll do a little tour later on. Oh, actually, I've got a door on the other side of the tent. Let's have a look out this door. There we go. Pretty decent campsite, this one. They've got that shed over there. It's got a little drying rack in it, so I've got some of my clothes drying. And they've got proper toilets and everything. Sweet. Absolutely starving. I was so hungry I couldn't even be bothered to cook this. I'm just eating it straight out of the bag. It's bloody raining again. I was a much better sleep than last night. I just woke up. On the campsite last night, the people said, "Oh, there's a curry house down the road." So I got a takeaway curry for dinner, and a takeaway curry in a very small tent. It's not a good idea, if you know what I mean. So I'm gonna have to open this door in a minute and air this place out. But the trip was a success. The village I'm at now, Amberley, I think it's about halfway along the whole trail. So I'm getting a lift back home today. So I'm gonna pack up all this stuff and I'll probably come back in the springtime and do another trip. I'll probably do another 2 trips, I think, and do the whole trail. It's quite not bad. Yesterday I did 12 miles in just over 6 hours, but could have done it quicker, because that bit, where is it, the bit where I stopped and filmed this sea and I said, "Oh, it's the Atlantic." It's not. I realised later it's not, it's the English Channel, but may as well call it the Atlantic, isn't it? Same thing pretty much. Just there's a train going past. Just after that bit there was like a little car park and a nature reserve thing, and I got stopped 3 times by people who wanted a bloody chat. It's like, come on man, I'm busy. But apart from that, probably could have done it a little bit quicker, but there's no need really when I was making good progress, so it all worked out nicely in the end. My feet are in good condition, which is nice. So now I'm going to get up, air the tent out, make a cup of coffee, and there's a funny little castle thing down the road. Might go and have a look at that while I'm waiting for my lift. Yeah, so section 2 finished. Probably it's October now, so I might come back in February or March and try and do section 3, and then come back a little bit later and finish it off. Sweet. Look how big this field is. It's a proper campsite. There's me. They've got all the facilities here, look. Just waiting for my lift now. I was just talking to the owners of this site, and they've got a B&B here as well, a few bedrooms and stuff, and then they've got this little trailer type thing. It's that green thing just next to my tent, and you can stay in there as well. And then they've got this caravan that you can stay in. There's definitely, I'm quite impressed with this, how well kept it is around here. I mean, look at these trees. They've planted these trees. And it's all well kept, neat everywhere. I've got a nice garden here. I'll try and sneak a picture of those apples, but I think that's actually their private garden, so I won't film in there. But they got some massive apples on the apple tree. I definitely recommend this place if you're ever camping or want to stay in a hotel down here. Foxley Barn it's called. Foxley is with a Leigh, and Amberley is the place. Yeah, Arundel River, I think it was called, or the Arun Valley, something like that. It's exactly halfway on the South Downs Trail, so it seems kind of a shame to put the tent away for the winter, but it's a bit, you don't really want to walk in the winter because you can't really see anything, can you? What a nice clear view, because the owner was saying the next part of the trail starts to open out quite a bit and you get onto the something, Burling Gap, and you get to see the cliffs over the sea. So the views there are quite good, so you want to come down when the weather's good so you can see a lot. So I'm going to put the tent away for the winter. Well, this one anyway. I'll get my other bigger tent out. I might do some little mini camping trips. I'll have to come back to this trail in the springtime.